The Falls Count Everywhere podcast would like to mention our friends at the following. For the most intriguing wrestling stories and info on independent shows in multiple regions, nobody does it like We Talk Wrestling. Subscribe to Facebook's #1 interactive community for professional wrestling today. Pro wrestling on Tuesdays are a blast with the Wrestle Talk podcast. Join the entire crew every Tuesday at 7 p.m. as they bring their takes on the major circuits, showcase interviews with various indie stars, and news on the #1 fantasy wrestling promotion, the FWWC. Visit them at facebook.com/WrestleTalkPodcast and at WrestleTalkCast on YouTube and X.
All of us here show appreciation and love to our first responders, military, and volunteers that help our nation as well as protect and serve us every day. Thank you for all you do.
Isn't it great to be watching this podcast on a Sunday night or what? Tonight we tackle the overhaul of awesome highlights from all major brands this past week, recap results from TNA's Turning Point, preview the first week of NXT's Gold Rush, and our main focus this week is part 1 of our brand new mini-series, Was WWE Their Best Move? We have all of that and more as we bring you episode number 213 of the Falls Count Everywhere podcast.
Welcome to the Falls Count Everywhere podcast. The show starts in
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go!
Welcome to the show. Buckle up tight. Rough cut Rick Ruby in the spotlight. Champ City Mouthfist breaking it down. Best wrestlers podcast in this town. Blood and sweat in every word. Echoes of the ring haven't you heard? Wrestling tales, raw and true. Podcasts alive, bringing it to you. Mr. T2 bringing the style. Austin Cage making the fans go wild. Cutting deep into the heart of the fight. Best wrestlers podcast, burning bright. Blood and sweat in every word. Echoes of the ring, haven't you heard? Wrestling tales, raw and true. Podcasts alive, bringing it to you.
And good evening, everybody. We are here back live in the saddle again. There are 3 of us are here, but my soundboard almost was not. But we are here with episode number 213, that is, of the Falls Count Everywhere podcast. And we welcome all of you here to join us here live. And when I say that we have a lot to cover, that is like an understatement. That's probably like the biggest understatement for a show we had this year. We've got a ton. And we'll get to that here in just a minute, but I am Rough Cut Rick Ribby. Of course, the top right is the Gem City Mouse Zmiz. And the Dirty Heel Austin Cage is back from his defeating bout to bronchitis. He had to go and lay down for a bit. So, and we've all changed. Well, some of us have changed on
No,
how
you're
we
still
look.
bald. Zmiz did get some dreads.
Oh. That,
Can't get my headset back on.
yeah, how comfortable is that headset now that you got these dreads in?
Dude, no lie. It's not. It's not. It's not at all. I probably should have thought this over better. I do a lot of streaming where I put headphones on. Probably should have maybe thought that one. No, I love it. I'm very happy for my good friend at Joe's Curls and Claws, hooking your boy up here in Quincy, Illinois. That's my homie. She's a big fan of wrestling. So we actually, I've been talking wrestling for the last 6 hours in her beautician chair, bro.
I'm surprised she didn't kick you out.
I told you she likes wrestling. She's part of We Talk Wrestling. She's one of my homies, bro. Yeah, she's on it.
Okay, so she's on it. She's on the We Talk Wrestling. Okay. That is good deal. Austin Cage, you come back looking a little scruffish, or you're just too lazy shaving, my friend.
Well, normally I don't do the no shave November, but this year I just said get all around. I didn't care. Hell, I haven't even been shaving my head. I said screw it.
What?
I ain't got nobody to impress.
We're gonna see that faded spot.
Hey,
Only Austin would do.
Yeah,
like I said, I'm only going to work and going home, so I could really care less.
yeah, that's
Well,
all right.
While you participate in No Shave November, I'm still full beard, full year.
Oh yeah, Z's rocking it out all even in the heat of summer.
Yeah, get on
You
my
don't
level.
care.
No, I don't care.
Good lord. So before we dip into Z's though, how was your week, Austin? And did you have anything interesting that's happened besides you not growing any hair, not shaving your face, but anything else of interest that's happened?
No, this the norm. Finally getting over that crap that I had. Bronchitis is a pain in the ass. That's all I'm gonna say. I hope to God I never get it again.
I
Losing
hate
my
when
voice and shit.
Yeah, I really hate when I cannot breathe because obviously, if I can't breathe, I can't talk and I can't do this. So,
Yeah, the
it's
biggest pain in the ass is every time I'd lay down trying to go to sleep, I kept coughing. I couldn't go to sleep. I had to go sleep on the couch just so I wouldn't keep her up all night.
yeah, bro, that is that's painful. That is painful. Well, like I said, I've had a busy week, just trying to get some things together, and I've actually had a pretty busy day. I was lucky to get everything together here for tonight's episode, and even with extra time off, I still couldn't. I was still pushing the limits because I wanted to get because we've got quite a bit. But before we get into what we've got our lined out, I will say though, last night I played hooky again. Me and worker just have to understand that there's things that I want to do and you don't like it. Well,
Oh shit.
Tough
you
kitty,
can walk
said
off
the
a high
kid.
plateau and I wouldn't care. So, yeah. So I was at Granite City last night for to observe Illinois Elite Wrestling.
So was I.
You were working it. Oh, you tell me about. Well, man, yeah, like I said, there was some really good action. I was part of that last night, and I was really impressed with the OVW Showcase tag match they had between Family Business and the Sin City Outlaws. Those teams, oh my gosh, their work was so crisp, man. I mean, you could just, and they're snappier than a freaking hair, bro.
Yeah, but Tommy Boy is still a dirty, dirty dude for kissing the girl of Sin City Outlaws. You can't do that. You can't put your hands on a person like that.
He was clean before he did it, so yeah, of course he's dirty. So
Too many espressos. I mean, it was crazy. We started the night with Chris Exodus of Dysfunction taking on Johnny B to find out who was going to be number 1 and number 20 in the Throwdown Rumble. Chris Exodus unfortunately came up a little short. There was dysfunction in dysfunction. Johnny B got the win, so he did get the opportunity to come in number 20. We had a new champion in the Midwest title scene with Parasite winning the Illinois Elite Wrestling Midwest Championship from the undeniable Corey Andrews in a crazy fatal 4-way. Let's see here. I got the card down here, written down. LVK did not do his sponsors any justice because Reinar the Red got the victory over LVK. By the way, happy birthday, Reinar, again out there. Yesterday was Reinar's birthday, so big shout out to him.
Yeah.
Then we had sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say LVK is not doing anybody justice, but he had a really off night. In fact,
He did.
He's got to pay some of them guys back. That's how bad he did.
Yeah.
That's how bad he did.
Mr. Poole found his partner in Logan Kazar, because I butcher this name. I'm sorry, Kazars, and came up on the short end to Dysfunction's Jody Ultra and returning Kyle Roberts. So getting one up on them. Mr. Poole not looking good going into the Throwdown Rumble. Then we had once again, the Sin City Outlaws versus Family Business. Family Business did have the right amount of espressos and got the W over Sin City Outlaws. Then we went into the IEW Championship match with high five to 5-star Jesse James because he is still your retaining, defending champion. He went up against Brandon Espinoza, JSO, which we already knew about going into the night, and crap, now I lost where I was, so I don't know. Joey O'Reilly. Sorry, my bad. Joey O'Reilly. So it was a wild night. Jody Ultra did come out on the Throwdown Rumble and got the W, so he is now your number one contender for the Illinois Elite Heavyweight Championship.
There you go. Yeah, a lot of crazy happenings last night at the at that.
It was good to see Jake Prater make his return too. Condolences to his family. And Sean Valiant also made a return to IEW. So it was good to see some returning faces. It was good to see some new faces. It was great to see you there, bro. I love seeing Rubster come through the door.
Oh yeah, I just like to observe and see what's going on in the area when I can, and it was just good to watch and seeing some faces there at IEW, and of course I got a personal little souvenir from Mr. Williams, so I got a keychain. So,
oh, isn't that cute?
Yeah, I know, it was nice and green too.
He made it just for you, probably.
Yeah. Well, sorry, that Logan kid though, I swear, I was like, man, guys, they're not striking. They look like, was he even old enough to be there? I mean, really. He was tall, he was skinny, he was young, and
he was full of energy though. Mr. Poole picked a good one. It didn't go in Mr. Poole's favor, unfortunately, throughout the whole night, because Justin didn't even get that number one title shit. Jody Ultra got one over him once again. Dysfunction pulls one over on him.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Dysfunction though, I think they're not going to be going away for a while. So.
Oh no, they're definitely the parasite, no pun intended, to parasite of Dysfunction has definitely spread. That is of Dysfunction in IEW. I'm not against it 100%. Dysfunction has brought a lot of good eyes to IEW, so it's a catch-22. We'll see what happens. Chris Exodus is definitely ruffling Mr. Espinoza's feathers. They had a miscommunication, which led to Exodus losing the first match against Johnny B. So we'll have to see how they recover. It's good to see Kyle Roberts back. So Dysfunction is powerful and strong. Jody Ultra is going to go into December 6th is Violent Beatings. Right?
I think Violent Nights or
Violent Nights. My bad. Yeah. Violent Nights 2. So we'll see if Jody takes his chance to win his title then, or if he's going to hold on to it for a bit. Who knows?
No,
Stay tuned to IEW.
I'll be playing hooky again to go to a Christmas party, so I'll be all right.
Yeah, Christmas parties.
Yeah. If you work.
I don't know if you should say that necessarily.
I don't care at this point. Seriously, I don't.
I always like that too. But also, from yesterday, we all know Zmiz likes to do toy hunts when he gets out there and does the wrestling stuff, right? I picked up, thank you, V-Stock. Shout out V-Stock. We are not sponsored by V-Stock, but I'm going to shout them out anyway because this was the find of the week for me. At Walmart, this box set is $75. I picked it up at V-Stock's used for $25.99. Ready? That's right. The R-Truth Miz ceremony when they got the new belts. When Awesome Truth. Yeah, look at that.
That is awesome, man.
I'm pretty pumped, man. It's going to have to get open probably because there's a ding in the box and I'm kind of upset. But
is that third member Triple H?
It is Triple H. Yeah, it's Triple H in the tan suit. They haven't done a tan suit one, so but yes, awesome. It's the three of them with the new belts. It's awesome. Mrs. Face kind of looks like trash, but it happens. It happens with figs.
It's a fig. Yeah.
It's not his best fig is upstairs but that's for another day.
Well, I'll tell you what, you go to that thing I went to in Indy this year where I met Layfield and all them.
I can't.
I was gonna say because
You saw me at the Fan Fest.
no, I'm talking about this year. Like I went to that show in Indy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying
Yeah.
if you go next year, all the stuff they have selling there, figures and all that.
No, I couldn't. I can't. Like Fan Fest 3, I came away with a lot of figures when I was down there for SICW Fan Fest 3, and we were working that one. Like we were there promoting us and promoting the SICW. So
Yeah.
No, Zach, you're not getting what I'm saying. I'm saying
I don't want
if you go,
to waste money. That's what I'm saying. You're not understanding where I'm coming from, man.
I'm telling you, there's more. I bet you there's more there than that one though.
I do. I would see LGNs I want. There'd be big rubber guys that I'd want. Like Zmiz likes figs, dude. I want. If anyone's out there hearing and you want to send it our way, wrestling figs. Send me Ruby needs a Danhauser. I've been looking for a Danhauser because I'm going to get him a Danhauser and I'm going to make him put it up on the wall back there.
Yeah, he's going to make my freaking studio very evil. So
It's very nice, very
nice and very evil. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Even though I did see a clip of him, what was it, like last week? Apparently he was at a show and he broke out doing the Pee Wee Herman dance.
He does it all the time, man. He does it all. Danhausen's underappreciated.
Oh, okay.
His stuff with APA when JBL and Ron Simmons were there with him was hilarious. I love Danhausen. We need more Danhausen.
Like when he offered like freaking like $10 an apple and that's freaking hilarious. Oh shoot! But no, I'm glad you got that though. Even though I kind of wish I didn't have that thing in the box, but at least you've been talking that setup for and for the price you got it for, too.
Bro. Like as soon as I came down and saw it, I'm like, that's going home with me. That's going home with me. There's no questions asked. The wife was even with me. I'm like, you can't tell me no. Here's the thing: we're walking out, and she's like, "How much did you get it for?" And I'm like, $24.99. And she's like, "How much? Why is that such a big deal?" I'm like, it's $75 right now at Walmart. And she's like, "Then why the hell did you not buy both of them?" And I'm like, "Dang it! I could have bought both of them and then flipped it."
Oh yeah, I guess. Hell yeah, why not? Right? Shit. Well, man, how about we do this? It's we got a lot to go into tonight. We've got reviews for the best of Raw and SmackDown. And of course, also we got NXT. A couple big things happening on NXT this past week, and of course, we're going to be leading into what's coming up for week 1 of Gold Rush. 4 big matches that have been announced, and then of course we've got we're reviewing TNA's Turning Point and the happenings from Impact on that, and then of course also right in the middle of that we're going to be starting our 3-part series, which tonight being part 1. And the series is entitled "Was WWE Their Best Move?" And we'll kind of explain that as we go on. So what we'll do here is we're going to flip this and go this way, and we're going to kick things off with Raw. So in Boston last Monday, the hometown swan song for Cena, and I love this whole opening segment, man. This was probably the greatest. I mean, just how Dom just came out of nowhere, just disrespect, just getting in Cena's face, disrespecting him. I mean, true dirty Dom. But at the end, Cena was actually given a match for the Intercontinental Championship and won. And so his last time in Boston, he wins the IC title, and he comes away as Grand Slam champion. So, this is interesting because now he's only got 3 appearances, and this is going to put a lot of intrigue with this last time is now tournament that we'll talk about here in a bit. But my biggest question though is, and I sent you the clip on this, Z. Judgment Day nowhere to be found in any of this, not even at the building. So where does that I'm just kind of curious to see. I mean, I wonder if it's just something that maybe Finn had just thought it was just not important to be there, or maybe they had other plans. But either way, it's going to be an excuse. It's not something legitimate why Judgment Day was not there.
Oh, I mean, 100%. I'm curious to see where they go with that. By the way, good evening, Mr. Herb Simmons. Thank you for coming in and joining us today. But it's going to be intriguing because one thing we have is El Grande Americano and his group have helped Dom in the past, but they've been off busy doing their own thing with AAA and NXT as of late. But Judgment Day has not been there really for Dom. Dom hasn't really let them. Dom said, I've gotten this. I'm going to take care of this myself on certain things. Kind of has overstepped on Finn a couple times. Finn's definitely, you can tell he's getting irritated. We're going to see a flip of some sort. It's going to be curious to see how the breakdown of that all goes. Because right now, Dom is like the hottest thing in WWE, really, when it comes to character development. He is the dude that really, you're tuning in for that guy. And you can't tell me you're not, because Dom hits it on the mark every time, between the matches, between the promos backstage, between the in-ring presence. Him interjecting himself in the whole conversation that was being said between Triple H and John Cena, and how he was just, he seemed like a star. Like, I believed him, you know what I'm saying? He was a star. He was right there. He was the veteran of professional wrestling that he's always been. So I'm curious to see how well it goes. The rub working with John Cena, I don't know if it did it for you, but I felt a little Eddie in the spirit there during that match. Those two, yeah, John and Dom did amazing. It was beautiful storytelling.
The cat agrees with you.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, am I tripping?
No, it's my cat.
I thought it was maybe my kid outside my door just trying to make noises and throw me off.
No, it's an actual cat. My bad.
Austin Cage, though, I mean, if you saw this match, Dom pretty much had control of like a lot of it, especially in the opening with Cena. But you're any good takeaways from this? Like, where do you see? Do you see? Here's what I want to find out here. Do you see Cena holding all of this till his last match? Maybe does he? Because remember, he's on Raw at MSG tomorrow. Then he's got Survivor Series. Then he's got Saturday Night's Main Event. Those are his last three. So, do you see him keeping this till he retires, or do you think he's going to drop it at some point before his last match, or maybe even at his last match?
I think he's gonna do have put on whoever he faces, put on the line at Saturday Night's Main Event, and then whoever he faces takes it from him. That way, it's just handed over. That way, he's not just forfeiting it or whatever after he retires. So I think put stakes up there for his final match, showing he's a fighting champion going out. He'll put it on the line at a Saturday Night's Main Event.
And it's not like they've never held a tournament before either for a vacated title. So it's not, they couldn't do that. But I think there's a lot to build on this, and we're going to get into that in just a moment on this. But let's take a look into the other. So like I said, we put in the last now's tournament here, little symbol up in the corner, because we got our first match that we got was Damian Priest and Rusev, with Damian Priest is still feeling the effects of getting gouged in the eye by Aleister Black, and actually Rusev took took advantage of that, and the Mashka kick actually got him down for the count, so he advances. And then the other match, Shinsuke Nakamura and Sheamus, which was very entertaining here, but we see this big brogue kick that knocked Nakamura down for the count as well. So we got Rusev and Sheamus that are advancing in the last time is now tournament, and and then moving on from that. So
I wonder how they're going to do it. Are they just going to have like I kind of hope they kind of switch it up, like maybe a Raw guy will face a SmackDown winner instead of Raw versus Raw, SmackDown versus SmackDown.
Well, I
or
mean,
something.
even in the first 16, SmackDown people were on Raw and Raw people were on SmackDown because Shinsuke's from SmackDown, bro.
Oh yeah, that is right. Yeah, duh.
Right.
Sheamus is on Raw, right? Yeah.
yeah,
So-
so
yeah,
it's on,
you're right. Never mind.
it's on Raw and SmackDown. But I think the matches that they have on Raw, I would think like these two are waiting the winners for the next two. And I mean, I guess we could not delay the chat in that, but the next two matches that are going to be happening tomorrow, we got your boy is bouncy. We got Javon Evans, and I'm sorry, man, I love Javon, but he's
gonna die.
Yeah.
He is not advancing against Gunther. I'm sorry,
Gunther is
Gunther's
going
be
to
returning.
chop him out of the sky, bro.
Gunther is going to come out with full fire and vengeance. He is going to be flat on the canvas, bro.
That boy's already skin and bones.
Bro, he's going to get choked out in like 3 minutes. I'm telling you that right now.
No, they're not going to do that to Javon. Javon's too.
Well, you don't know. You don't know.
No. Young OG ain't going to let that happen, dude. Don't
Gunther's
don't
going
give
to catch
Gunther all that
this
credit.
guy trying to do that cutter, and he's going to choke him out.
Well,
I mean,
after a lot.
I'm okay with that, but still.
Well, I just saw a video of Sheamus faced him at a live event, and Sheamus gave him the rub. Like, got on the mic after the match and gave him his respect
Dude,
or whatever.
Javon Evans is going all the way, bro. Like, don't worry. That rocket shit's going to be put right on his back and sent to the moon because the kid is phenomenal. There's a reason he was put in the tournament. There's a reason his number was drawn. You know what I'm saying? Like, Javon Evans versus Gunther is going to be more like Sammy versus Dragunov. We were not expecting the banger that we watched that day when that happened and Dragunov took the title, right? That's what that match is going to be. Don't sleep on the young OG, dude. That's all I'm saying. Gunther's going to I'm with Ruby. Gunther's going to chop the crap out of him. Gunther's going to pin him. But Javon is he got tricks, man. He got tricks.
Yeah. So how about let's we're actually, since we're in the last time is now tournament, we're going to skip over to SmackDown to go over the other results on that. So we've got we had the main event Jey Uso taking on the Miz. So
Yeah, unfortunately.
yeah. So unfortunately, this is the end result of your boy Z. So sorry.
Yeah, Chase is happy. Chase can have his victory, and that's my son, by the way, because Chase is a big Jey Uso fan. But I'm sorry, Miz Cena one more time. Like, why is that not a thing? Like, that should have been a thing. We should have got a Miz Cena one last time match. It's sad that we're not gonna see that, but whatever. Jay's going on. I still have the sweet box set, dude.
I came across a reel on X about how the Jey Usos has his own botch club and it shows all of his. He's sitting here chuckling at it. I was just.
I mean, I'm still a Jey Uso fan. Like, I'm still Usi. I'm still with it, but it's Miz, man.
Well, when he's messing up and he's not very Usi at that point.
Yeah.
And Sammy can confirm that he has been times where he wasn't so Usi and he's a piece of Usi fruit to make him feel better.
You shouldn't have went that far.
I did.
At a Waffle House.
I'll bring up that meme again. I don't care. I'll look for it. And then, of course, the other match. Well, first off.
Woo, woo, woo.
Yeah.
You know it.
Yeah. It's kind of funny, though. Like the meme you sent me that John Cena was waving a Matt Cardona and now we get Zack Ryder.
But okay, so here's my thing on this real quick before we go farther. I know he said on Chris Van Vliet that he was cool if they wanted him to do Zack Ryder or whatever. He had gear stuff ready for it. He would prefer Matt Cardona. But here's the cool thing about this. As somebody like myself that has been Zack Ryder's entrance music used to be what I woke up every day to go to work. Was woo woo, you know it. Like, that's literally how I woke up every day to go to work. So I've been a massive fan of his. This man brought a character that was underutilized at that period of time when he could have been such a bigger player, such a bigger mainstay in the mid card, just in the mid card. I'm not saying he should have been main event talent, right? Maybe dabbled occasionally up there, but that mid card, he should have been so much more, but he wasn't. Zack Ryder looked like a star all because of the fact that he left WWE, made Matt Cardona worthy enough for his name to be mentioned again back at the top of the mountain. And he brought this character, and Zack, like I said, the whole demeanor of him was more star-studded as Zack Ryder this time. We could probably take him seriously. We could probably see him come back 100% as Zack Ryder. I would hope they'd actually do Matt Cardona, but if you come back as Zack Ryder, I would not be against it 100%. Like, one of my favorite dudes from that time frame of the PG era. So I was happy as hell, and this match banged 100%. LA Knight and Zack Ryder worked so good together. Matt Cardona, and the Matt Cardona side, by the way, camera dude, we see you, we appreciate you, because the Matt Cardona sign sorry, I almost got cussed. Got noticed. That's your job, not mine.
You like fudge, right?
Fudge. But the Matt Cardona sign being like noticed was awesome, and then like the references and stuff, and how Zack Ryder beat up Corey Graves, like the commentary was amazing. I loved everything about it. I could go watch it right now and still be happy.
Yeah. It's just, you get caught in DFT sometimes. You don't get out of it, but he is always ready, and so poor old Zack Ryder, but no, he looked really good though. In his match against Knight, so
him and his Brazilian tan.
LA Knight's going to get his entroublement and get put back to the back burner because he's in trouble. At least that's what the dirt sheets tell you. You guys are idiots.
No, dude, you want to know who's really got a Brazilian tan that really has no business having one?
Who?
Paul Heyman. Apparently, they just released.
He works out, man.
What?
What, cheeseburgers?
Works out?
I did say
where?
At the tanning
got my trainer.
That's funny.
He's on the latest episode of What's Your Story? Stephanie McMahon, and he's talking. And I'm like,
I started watching that today.
I'm like, why are you so freaking brown, Paul? I mean, he's almost Austin Cage color. Watch
and this
it,
is natural.
Tell me I'm lying.
Why are you so brown, Paul?
Why are you so brown?
That one broke my giggle box. I'm sorry.
Oh shoot! But as far as we'll come back up to our next. We'll come back up to our slides here to kind of talk about the remainder.
The remaining new matches.
Yeah.
Are we going to continue?
We'll come back to Raw here in a minute because I want to talk about just real quick because this last time is now. Okay. The upcoming matches tomorrow night. Like I said, Giovanni going through, we already know. But so many speculations about who Solo is going to face. So
it better be on this day.
but it's Adam Pearce, though, he did a reel today. He's like, it's funny how you all have a bunch of theories, but I can guarantee you're wrong. Every one of you are wrong. So it's like, we may not even get it. So I didn't even know what the SmackDown.
Who is going to, like, Matt? So seeing Matt Cardona on SmackDown with the random person, draw was cool. Like, that was cool. It was a flashback moment. It was a cool thing because there's also a character from Cena's past, like all that kind of stuff. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be somebody that we've never seen in WWE whatsoever? That's where I'm starting to go into some degree. Like, is it going to be somebody like way out there that we didn't even think about, like ever gracing WWE screen? Or is it going to be somebody that Cena's had run-ins with? Is it going to be somebody out there on this day? Or, I mean, there's the rumors about Break the Wall, so if you want to break the internet.
Yeah.
I mean, but if you can, you want to get Cena's biggest rival, and there was no bigger rival than Edge.
I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just. I. We're gonna have to just watch tomorrow night because I was hoping to say the Edge of Allegiance, one last time when his when his music hits. But I will tell you this now.
If it's Randy, that's lame. I'm sorry.
Yeah. If he does show up tomorrow night, next Sunday, we're doing it in honor of that, and I will find it, and we are going to do the Edge of Allegiance.
But I'm telling you right now, if it is Edge needs to come back, do the match and stuff with Cena, and then just disappear and show back up in AEW as Adam Copeland. And we don't speak of it. No promo, no nothing. Nada. Dude, that wouldn't be a cool moment. Because what do you need the promo for? AJ Styles and Cena made a whole match, and neither one of them cut a promo on each other, really.
Right.
It was for the moment. So, dude, I want the moment, and then I want Copeland back hanging out with Christian Cage like nothing happened. Like, hey, I got done doing what I needed to do. Let's go get this done now. Like, come on, man.
Shoot. Well, we are actually we're gonna get then the other two matches. Let's see. It's Carmelo and Bronson Reed.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be on SmackDown, and then
sorry, Carmelo.
Finn. Is it Finn versus Penta?
Is it Penta? Yeah, Finn versus Penta.
Yeah. Finn Balor versus Penta. That'd be it. I'm just kind of. I don't know. Some of these are just. I don't know. It's not intrigued like some of these guys that are out there doing it. They're not. It just doesn't intrigue me at all for them to see them wrestle John Cena. I'm telling you right now, Gunther's probably going to be coming right out of the gate tomorrow, and there's a lot of speculation that did you speculate earlier, like a month or two ago, Z, that maybe it could be Gunther as
Cage and I both did. Yeah, Cage and I discussed that on here, that we have a feeling that it could be Gunther and be a great way for Gunther to like get a nice
get the baton handed to him.
Yeah, kind of thing. But here's my thing too on it real quick. I really want it to be Rusev. Because Rusev wasn't the IC champion. I think it was the United States champion when they had that match at WrestleMania. So if they did do it to where Cena goes and defends the title there, and that's the match, and Rusev goes over and like puts everything back together, would be kind of cool, because that's one of the and to some degrees at that time, that was one of the downfalls to Rusev. Everybody liked Rusev because he was that big monster that was just plowing through dudes and wrecking, and then Cena derailed it. Somebody had to derail it, but why Cena, right? Like at the moment, like why would it have to be Cena? So this would be his get back. But then Sheamus also has a lot. He could get that Grand Slam that he's so desperately seeking. So there's people that have a notion to why they want this match. More than maybe an LA Knight per se.
Yeah. Just let Rusev come out with a tank again.
Yeah, right.
That he's supposed. Never mind. I won't tell that story. By the way, shout out to Lana and Rusev because they have a baby on the way. I just read that before we came on air.
Yeah. I hope that smooths out. So, because I've heard different things that were going on. So, I mean, just teach their own. So, if it works out, it works out. Great. Nothing but happiness. We all want to be happy, don't we?
Happy, happy, happy.
Because I sure as hell don't want to be miserable, because it's other miserable people that make me that. That's why
Or
you don't hang
you
around.
let other miserable people make you miserable.
Right. Poo-poo on my parade. Why don't you?
Hey, I'm just helping you think a different way, brother. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Let's go back to Raw and let me know how interested you or how intrigued you are with this.
I don't have diarrhea.
Uh, literally, I just nothing really intrigues me
You guys
from
are
anything
jerks.
of this. I mean, I kind of saw this coming in a way, but I wasn't sure about it. But it just no, I don't know. Shouldn't here's an
Thank you,
interesting
Brett.
question. Should Nikki Bella be even in the hunt for the women's world championship? All
Yes,
because of
No.
why?
because she's a former
Please tell me.
champion. Stop it. Okay.
She's a Hall of Famer too, but I
I don't
guess
get,
that's
I mean, I don't necessarily agree with that one either.
WWE
but-
Hall of Famer. She might as well be in the celebrity wing, but
Stop it. Stop it.
She was on
she
a
does
TV
great
show.
for companies and shows. Ask Armageddon.
She's better than Mercedes Moné. She's more enjoyable than her. But no, seriously, people give her the wrong shake. I really do believe it. By the end of her first run with the business, before she left and they supposedly retired, and then they became Hall of Famers and all that kind of BS, I was starting to really enjoy her in that bad girl heel role. Right, the dirty. She was starting to actually intrigue me. I'm not saying she deserves to be in the role right now, but she's a great name to continue building. Why can't I think of her name? Stephanie Vaquer. Thank you. I could not think of it. So, because Stephanie, she can't talk, guys. What?
Sorry, this is great.
That. Thank you.
That was
Trinity. How you doing, Hunter? But yeah, you're right. That was. So one of the things about the women's division that frustrates me and why I'm totally okay with Nikki being back is, and this goes throughout professional wrestling. I think Mac Davis and I had this conversation at FanFest 3 this past year. There's really no, specifically in the WWE, okay? I'm standing on this. There's no real bad guy, good guy. There really isn't. If you look down that roster, there's people that you feel that are more bad, right? But there's not really bad guy, good guy. Like, you hate people for certain things, you like people for other reasons. But Nikki brings one of those characters, that mean girl attitude that you can just loathe. Like, you want to see her get her face kicked in. She has the ability also talk fairly decent on the mic, like tolerable to a point. So she's going to be able to bring that sports entertainment to Stephanie, who is a pure female wrestler. She's probably the best, hands down, the best female professional wrestler to walk into WWE since Asuka when it comes to the females.
yeah.
Okay, and she's blended well, but she can't talk that well. So this feud between these two could get really good and get. I think they're gonna be able to work together. I'm not saying that she's like the best for business. No.
Now
Yeah. I got a shout out for my girls. She was in the era of professional wrestling when women were not taken seriously. Period.
Yeah, it's true.
So I can no longer stand, especially when that era of women got like 5 minutes for a match. That's entrances and the match.
Yeah. Well, it was more of like a diva search and all this other
Yeah, it was
stuff.
a novelty act.
It's like, they weren't really used properly.
So
especially
if we're gonna
Yeah,
poop on
yeah.
her, we got to poop on every female in that era, damn near, because none of them were actually good. Even Maurice, and I love Maurice. Like, most of those females were not they're not the caliber of what the women are today, as people would say, but they still had value. I still enjoyed Maurice coming in and doing the French kiss DDT. So no, we got to start looking at them in a different way, because those women were at a terrible point in time where they were just fighting for TV time. Especially when you had Grace like Natalia, Beth Phoenix in that time too.
Yeah, of course, of course. Uh, I'm interested to see how Austin Cage is taking all this in.
Go ahead. Say what you want to say.
Well,
I see the look.
You heard me rant. I'll listen to you now.
look, partially, I'll agree with you. Like she can't, like not Nikki, but she can't talk. What's her? Now I can't even think of her damn name.
Stephanie.
Stephanie.
You didn't know her name.
We're flustered, man.
You're right. She can't talk, but she can work. Nikki draws a lot of attention because she's got a lot of jackasses who are fans. But she does draw attention. I'll give you that. Now, do my eyes want to burn me watching her wrestle? No. But I agree with you there. She can draw numbers, people, whatever you want to call it, to help that girl out because she didn't get a lot of time back in that era because it was basically a popcorn match.
And here's the great thing about Nikki Bella. Who cares if she loses? It's a good opponent for Stephanie to gain more attention.
That's true. That's true.
So if Nikki wins,
I just hope it's over fast. Not no,
dude.
If Nikki loses, then she's like, well, you cheated to win, and then they carry it on to the next pay-per-view.
Me personally, I want Nikki to win just because of the amount of heat this woman can carry is going to build Stephanie even hotter. Like, Nikki's awesome for that reason. She had there's guys like us that can't stand her because of certain reasons and the reality TV bullshit that we had to. Well, I didn't have to sit through because I never watched Total Diva. No. I never watched. No, that's a lie. I did watch the Bella Twins show for a little bit because Daniel and Cena were on there and they were kind of funny. So
the greatest thing to come out of that was when Cena told Nick, "You got to sign a prenup." That was
it wasn't a prenup; it was a contract.
All that
he
stuff.
knows rules.
Rules.
Yeah. So I don't know. She does not irritate me the likes of a Mercedes Moné. So I'm okay with it. I'm not against it. I'm not really for it, but she's doing. Here's one for you. She's doing better than Trish Stratus did with Tiffany Stratton and all of them. Not Tiffany Stratton, but it wasn't Tiffany Stratton. It was Zoe Starks and the Becky Lynch BS. That stuff was boring as hell.
Yeah.
So I'd much rather watch Nikki right now than Trish Stratus's little hoorah. I mean, she did great with that match with Tiffany Stratton, but
yeah.
As long as she keeps her sister at home, because I might get hit by a car.
Okay, so now I will sit right next to you on the bus and be like, yes, keep her away from the wrestling ring because Bree sucked.
Like that girl defined botch.
Yeah, Bree was garbage. That dive to the outside of the ring that she did, and she caught the damn near like.
Oh god!
Oh my
Scorpion.
God! Oh dude, I was like, she's gonna break her neck. She's gonna break her neck.
That's horrible. But we can move on to our next one. We're going to talk mainly about their setup here because now we're getting some setup for War Games. And
Mr. William Regal.
Yeah, so Regal announcing War Games. So it's going to be Jimmy's not listed here, but Jimmy, Jay, Cody, and
Cena
are going to be teaming together to go against the Vision, and we'll find out who the Vision will get as a partner
for the fifth.
Drew McIntyre's in there.
Yeah, Drew's the fourth. So we have Drew, Logan Paul, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed right now for the Vision side. Punk, Cody, Jimmy, and Jay. By the way, too, can we mention this? I don't know about you guys, but I am thoroughly enjoying this build to War Games because these actually feel like, I don't know if you feel it, Ruby, because you're more of a WCW. You and I've had conversations about our love for WCW and stuff and War Games and all that kind of stuff. It feels kind of like one of those old builds to War Games back in the day. Like this one actually does. Like the way the lines are. Plus, also on the women's side, I liked how Charlotte left because of the dispute between Rhea and her. Like, no, I'm not going to be a part of it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So, that's one thing I was going to have us talk about is because this one was at the end of the night where Rhea came in and announced War Games to the Kabuki Warriors, Lash Legend, and Nia Jax. And then
Dude, Lash Legend is knocking the hell out of
SmackDown
people.
says, well, no, I can't trust you, Rhea.
Whoa, I'm not going to put that one up there. No, Clint.
Oh, come on, man. Bro, for real?
I mean, he's not wrong. It happened.
It's not wrong, but we don't focus on that on this particular program.
I just saw
God, Lord of the Nazarene.
I saw
Killing me.
Blackout.
Well, yeah. Well, Nia, thanks to Raw, Raw had some blackouts this week too.
Yeah, yeah. Now it was popping.
Yeah, not good popping either. No. It was more like slop drop is what it was.
Austin, have you not watched Last Legend much?
Hit her. I mean, like when I would catch NXT when she was on there, I'd catch her I've caught her a couple of times.
Dude, get ready, dude. Lash is the shit. Like I've been an avid backer of the bougie bully. Like Lash Legend is one of my favorite women right now in WWE. That chick is gonna go somewhere. She is a badass.
No, but when she got a hold of when she was hitting the girls, she knocked the out of them.
Yeah, dude, she's awesome.
Jeez, I was like, jeez, stole her bike.
Yeah, she's awesome, bro.
So I guess we're gonna have to now. The now story plays out. Because Charlotte said, Alexa, if you want to be with and deal with this War Games with EO and Rhea, then that's fine. You're my friend, but I'm out of it. So technically, they got 3 right now.
Yep.
And it's going to be a team of 5 when it comes to the War Games. So because we still got one side for the men too, for the Vision, and for Team I'm going to say Team Cody. So
he's the quarterback.
Cody's they'll this one. He's got the nice suits and the rock glasses and all that. So
it's
Rock
Cena,
giving
dude.
him some gifts.
It's Cena. Cena's going to join. It's going to be Cena.
Do you think Cena's? Yeah. So you think Cena's not going to defend his IC title?
No, not until Saturday Night Main Event. It's Cena, bro. Okay. It could be this. It could be Cena defending his title on Monday, and then somehow the War Games match, like they're feuding from the back, and it spills over into the match, DQing the match, pulling Cena into the War Games side of the men with Cody and all of them, and we go from there. I don't know, but because hell, dude, I'd put Dominic in. I would totally be cool with Dominic joining the Vision somehow for like.
We might as well, since the Judgment Day let them high and dry.
So if they did it like that, where Cena was defending the title against Dom for his rematch clause, and the match spills over, yeah, like I would be cool with something like that. But I have this feeling, and I said it from the beginning, that I felt like Cena was going to be in the Survivor Series match. Why would he not be in War Games? The one match he hasn't done. They've done everything.
He needs to be. Yes.
Yeah, he's Grand Slam, so he needs to be at Survivor Series and War Games.
Right. Yeah, I'm totally with you there.
I think I'm not sure who the 4th member will be since Charlotte's out, but I think they'll find a 4th member, and then it'll be 5-on-4. Then that SmackDown right before Survivor Series, Charlotte comes out, make the save, and then she'll be the 5th.
Oh yeah, Star's coming back into the fold, but I agree with the wrestling, the internet wrestling community. One of the nice things about this right now is that they did talk about how this team is mismatched, and these two used to hate the shit out of each other, right? Because back in Vince's time, that wasn't really a thing. They just were like, okay, we're all good guys now. Let's go together. Like it was like the hoorah feel good thing, and this was like, nah, man, I don't like you. I don't trust you. You think I'm a snake. I think you're a snake. I'm out of here.
Right. Well, well, I don't know. Like you said, there's got to be teams of 5. So I'm interested to see who the division pulls in for member number 5, and who the Kabuki Warriors / Legend and Nia Jax pull in for number 5. What the hell? If Charlotte, is just gonna be wishy washy, with being with her not friend or whatever. It's something that's going to be intrigued for the next couple of weeks. So we'll see how that goes. We're not friends. Yeah, we're not friends, guys. You're just on here. We're not friends. I'm an idiot. We're gonna move on to actually we're gonna move into NXT stuff. So NXT, couple highlights here. History made on this. We got a new speed champion.
That was a good match.
Season 1 winner Jasper Troy.
It was a good match.
Just didn't wait around for El Grande Americano to put the coin into his mask, and he messed up anyway. Jasper smashed him, hits him with the big finish, and lo and behold, I think this is like the largest, like the biggest speed champion that's been in.
Yeah, he's the
he's
speed
a
champion now.
monster.
Here's the thing, though. I like Jasper. The guy has complete talent. I'm not a fan of his look. Like the way he needs something else. He's missing something. I don't know, man. He's missing something. For me.
There are some intrusive thoughts going through my head, but I will not.
That sounds weird because that's not where I'm going with it. That's for sure.
I don't know. No, not intrusive thoughts, but I'm just thinking dumb.
And I'm sorry, Jasper Troy is a goofy name.
Thank you.
And last time I heard the name Jasper was 101 Dalmatians.
I'm not gonna unsee that for him now.
Oh my god.
He needs a Cole DeVille coat. That's what he's missing. That's what it is. No. The dude's a talented big man, but I don't. He's missing something. That's all I know. I don't know what it is. He's missing the edge, I guess. Because like when I see him, I see the potential of one of my favorite wrestlers coming back to life to a degree. And that is Mark Henry, is one of my favorite big men professional wrestlers. So when I look at this man, I'm like, okay, we could have another like potential. I need, it's not Mark Henry, but like, so if we could do something along that lines to give him that edge, that would be awesome.
Yeah. Well, like I say, he just won this title now, so now it's going to be interesting how his challengers kind of measure up to him and how they're going to, because they're only going to have 5 minutes to win the championship, because so it's basically like a regular TV match is how they're going to judge this. So, but no, congrats to him though, and of course.
Okay, can I ask this real quick? I'm going to interrupt you. How are you because I remember when they brought the speed title over to NXT, and you weren't the most hip on it when it was on X either. You're like, okay, whatever. You weren't there for it ish. How are you enjoying the concept now? Like, are you starting to see it or understand it or get it?
Well, I mean, obviously, it's quick work. Obviously, you got to be a quick worker, especially for challenging for it. So, I mean, it's very fast paced. I totally get it. So it's a different type of style. I mean, and it is what it is. I mean, obviously, it's probably helped the championship now more, or at least marketing for the championship now they're just not on X. They're doing like tape matches on SmackDown. They moved them to NXT. So, yeah, I I
I'm
mean,
here for it. I want to keep seeing this.
I mean, I'm fine with it. I just
I mean, D'Lo Brown is back. He's just in a tag team called Street Profits. If you know, you know. Hey, dude, that's the whole reason I like Dawkins. 100%. Every time I see him, I'm like, dude, that's just another great D'Lo Brown right there.
that's D'Lo Brown Jr.
Dude, D'Lo, it's another one of my favorites. I love D'Lo Brown.
Dude, Dawkins had me cracking up there. I saw a video of him on Twitter. So he's a Cincinnati Bengals fan, and they lost today. So he's like had his jersey on, his shorts on. He's just standing in the shower, like playing some Michael Jackson sad song.
Okay, we're gonna get off track here. I know we're gonna squirrel, but I don't care what anyone says. Everybody's like, "Oh, Montez Ford." No, Angelo Dawkins is a GOAT in the makings. Everybody just needs to know that. Like, Dawkins is amazing. I will stand by Dawkins 100%.
I mean, when he was in NXT, he wasn't that great, but he did get a hell of a lot better over time.
Montez helped him, so we'll see. But it's not a lie. That tag team, they helped each other get better. They really did. That's what a tag team's supposed to do. Now we're getting way off topic. Let's go back to talking about Jasper Troy and what's he missing. He's missing Mark Henry as his manager. That's what I want to see.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, the guy could talk, right? I mean, obviously he had to have some promo skills to get past season one.
Yeah, so. he had some promo skills. Like he's good. I'm not saying he's a bad, like his in ring's amazing for the size of man he is. Like, and he's working great matches already. There's something missing for me.
We just have to. Honestly, we're gonna have to let his character develop.
Damn, can I just I want a Hall of Pain too. That's all I'm looking for. And this man could do it right here. You bring Mark Henry back and bring back the Hall of Pain. That's all I'm asking. And what better way to do it with the speed title and Jasper Troy gets the Hall of Pain from Mark Henry?
There you go.
WWE, sign me. I'm ready to write stories.
Let's take the other big championship match that actually took place, because like I said, everything else was like built up to Gold Rush, which we'll get into in just a moment. But here we go. Ricky Saints finally surviving the last man standing. Trick, of course, showing being laid out there, and Saints retains the championship. And not too far after that, his celebration, we see this man come back. So Obafemi is back. And I see this going into week 2 of Gold Rush on the 25th, where the NXT Championship's on the line.
Hey, time out. With that photo, it makes Ricky Saints look way bigger than he is, or way bigger than I thought he was. Let's put it that way. So now I don't feel as bad that he beat Oba, but still, Oba shouldn't have lost to Ricky. It should have been somebody else. Hopefully, this is going to be a good match.
Well, yeah, it's going to be a good match. But I mentioned this to you last night when I saw you, because now it's like, okay, Trick had his opportunity now to get back the NXT Championship. He did not. So now he lost the last man standing. Now, where does that put Trick Williams now?
Main roster, SmackDown, Carmelo Hayes, and let's blink. Once Kalani Jordan loses the TNA title, we send her straight on up to the top main roster too, and we put her with Trick, with Carmelo, and you give me him and her going against Chelsea Green and Ethan Page for the mixed gender tag team champions with Trick at their side. Because after that promo, that backstage vignette of Trick and Kalani Jordan talking, where Trick goes, you go show them who her is, like all that stuff, the same thing he did with the him stuff. Dude, they were setting up a faction. Please do it. Those three together would be money. And if you want to really do it, you do it to where you get Montez to turn on Dawkins, and then Montez becomes the leader of all of them together.
Interesting. Because
But they wouldn't beat Ego and Chelsea though. They'd have to cheat to win.
Oh, for sure. That's 100%. I'm not saying that.
No, because I've been saying for a while that Trick needs to go to the main roster. Do you see a different way that Trick gets to the main roster, Austin? Besides the scenario that we just heard from the Gem City Mouth, which is a very creative play on that.
I think you'd have to go up there with somebody because I just don't see him being by himself on the main roster starting off. I think you'd have to, like I said, Zmiz says, he'd have to be with somebody.
I mean, you could throw him there by himself.
I mean, they can, but I just don't see it.
But the fear of this is, and this is always the fear when somebody moves to the main roster, is how are they going to get lost? Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the major fear of the main roster call up.
Not getting matches.
Yeah, that too.
Stale.
Yeah, like their first day there will be like it's amazing. Everybody pops for them, and then like the second and third week, it just goes down.
And Trick has the money. Like the guy can continuously make people want to watch him. Like either you hate him or you love him, and whatnot.
Yes.
I mean, we believe in Joe Hendry here too, Mr. Phelps.
Yes, we do.
It's just going to be interesting to see how Trick comes up. I think bringing him in with Carmelo and all those guys and not doing maybe the same scenarios that, when they broke up in NXT and stuff, but we've seen Carmelo go back down and like help him out, all that kind of stuff. So it sets up the scenario that we could have those all, because Kalani's the same way. With when she's done with TNA, where does she go? What does she really do? The lady's killing it there. She's another one that could easily go to the main roster tomorrow and fit in. And they're slowly starting to build that room for the women up there with the secondary titles and all that kind of stuff. So it's a perfect time to bring Trick up first, put Trick with Carmelo, and then they help Kalani out for some reason and bring Kalani up. That God dang it. All because I said his name.
He appeared.
Yeah, he appeared too. Yeah.
They better not beat Ethan and Kalani. Not Kalani, Chelsea.
Oh, I'd be mad.
Do you like
His name and he appears.
I do like Thea Hale and Joe Hendry as a duo. So hell yeah.
Well, we know that we're going to we're Ricky Saints, Obafemi, I believe, is going to be in week 2, which we're going to go over week 1 to what's been announced so far, which is going to be on Tuesday. Tatum Paxley willingly giving JC Jane one last opportunity. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Now, what's the on? Is it JC or Tatum?
It better be Tatum.
Yeah.
No, I mean, who's the on for?
Okay. Well, obviously, I want Tatum to win.
I was going to say, because I was about shocked. I'm like, what?
No, I love Tatum Paxley.
Let me rephrase that question.
I love Tatum Paxley. I love Izzy Dane. I love everything the Calling's doing right now. I like that she's like this lunatic fringe character within the Calling, in this wild horse person. And it's not. There's just so many better women than JC. That's all I'm saying. I've been saying that for a while.
I think Fallon should be the head of that Fatal Influence.
100%. I don't understand why
they're giving JC the reins, but
she has. On that note, because I like to be unbiased and I like to give everybody their fair shake, right? As the journalist that I try to be, JC has done her due diligence and has impressed me in the recent months. But she's still one of the women that I'm like, She doesn't really do anything for me.
Yeah, I know. But I like Tatum though. But Austin, did you watch this past week?
What's that?
On NXT? Did you get a chance to watch NXT this past week? Hey,
I got up I got up to like where Joe Henry's out on the ring during that match.
All right.
I got to there.
So-
I didn't get to finish the rest.
So you saw all of this, but so you saw
Oh,
this
yeah.
one. So
Yeah, because they kept
seems
telling her
me,
to quit giving
though,
out title shots.
I'm still getting an uneasy feeling about the culling, though, being behind Tatum Paxley. Something tells me something's going to happen Tuesday, and it's going to
Ooh.
backfire. And Tatum somehow is going to be dropping this. I get a weird suspicion. I hope I'm wrong, and I'm hoping I'm being proven wrong again. But it sounds like, maybe they're kind of stringing her. They're going to cut that string off on Tuesday, and they're going to leave her, kind of cost her the title and leave her behind.
Can we do it with somebody that? There's so many better women to do that with than JC.
I understand. I get it. And I'm just. I mean, do you see any other? Who do you think's going to win? Oh, this first off, and where do you see the whole Tatum Paxley in the culling situation go from after this particular match?
Z.
Austin.
Oh, me? Okay.
Yes.
I think she barely. I think she retains, but I think she's going to get turned on by her group here soon because they're tired of her giving out. You know how they kept on telling her, quit giving out chances. They haven't earned it, blah, blah, blah. I think since she gave out this, she barely wins, and then they just get tired of it, and they turn on her.
Yeah.
And then what's the blonde-headed chick's name in that group?
Yeah, Izzy Dane. Yeah.
Izzy Dane. Then they're going to go at it. And she gets her title shot.
Yeah, because Izzy's looking at that title a little bit more than she should be.
And see, I'm sitting here as I know you guys are story fans too, but it's the reason I watch wrestling is the story, right? Not necessarily the matches, not necessarily I want the story behind the match, all that kind of stuff. I would like to see this go a little bit longer to where Izzy starts to looking at it and obsessing over the title, and Tatum starts to notice it herself because you're all thinking about Izzy turning on Tatum. What if Tatum ended up later on down the way turning on Izzy, going, "I know you want this title. You can't have this title," and doing that dark flip that she has in her because she's always played and talked with her action figures, right? Her Barbie dolls and stuff. So what if she has that psycho flip and starts then getting into Izzy's head as that, and Izzy's not the leader? Because remember, one of the storyline pieces that they were talking about how Izzy Dane was the leader of the calling. Well, that never was established that she kind of just took over the role. So is Spears actually still in control, or is it Izzy? And if it is Izzy, then Izzy turns on Tatum. But if Tatum ends up turning on Izzy, it's because the calling and Spears got into Tatum's mind.
Yeah.
So I think it's too soon. I think it's too soon to have the turn, and I think we could play around with it more and stretch it out a little bit to a better story.
Yeah, let's hope so. Anyway, let's see. Next match. This is going to be a banger. Looking forward to this. The NXT Tag Team Championship with Dark State going against Javon Evans and Leon Slater, the X Division champion. So
Too bad Dark State ain't gonna be champions anymore.
That's what I was going to say. We're about to have new tag champs.
Yeah, we're gonna have new tag champions.
That's going to be interesting.
I don't see Dark State winning this, especially with what happened at Turning Point, what we'll talk about later.
Okay. Now, also remember, guys, Javon Evans has a match tomorrow night against Gunther. He can get his world rocked.
True. I'm not saying you're wrong.
Let's just say he's not taking the heat Tuesday night.
Oh yeah.
He'll be the hot tag.
Yeah, you do have a point though, because if the Hardys beat the Dark State, then you think those two could beat the Dark State, right?
Right. It should. That's not what I was saying, but
that's what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying.
I agree.
I like Dark State, so I like the progression of Dark State and to see them grow. But are they necessarily what the tag team division needs right now? That's the real question. Can they hold the tag team division down like they think they can? That's another question.
Right.
But storyline on the back end with what happened at Turning Point, I don't know. I kind of like the idea of the dual company type thing holding the tag team gold and see what happens there. Friction might build quicker.
It's going to be built for some interesting matches.
I'm pretty pumped for this match because I like all 4 men in the ring too.
Oh yeah, I do too.
Yeah, hopefully they let him have a match and it ain't like some short match.
And Dion Lennons is yeah, I love that dude. That dude's awesome.
Yeah, all 4 are gonna work together really good. So
I believe in Mark Henry. What?
Oh jeez. There we go. All right. The Women's North American Championship going to be on the line. Sol Ruka's been cleared, and she's going to get her shot back at Blake Monroe. I honestly see Blake Monroe getting the W on this. And I think it's going to be due to the wanted help of Zarya, and it backfires.
Yeah, we're going to get ready to get their feud getting started here soon, and this is going to be the catalyst. But also, Blake Monroe's vignette promo was magnificent.
Oh, yeah.
Magnificent. Her talking to herself and all that kind of stuff and what she needs to do to take out Soul. I'm already enjoying it. Let's keep this up.
Now, I know that Fallon won the qualifier versus God, I keep forgetting that season 2 winner. Her name, season 2 winner. But I think Sky.
Are you talking for the speed title?
Yeah, but Fallon advanced, and so it's going to be Fallon and Zarya, and I think it's going to be. I think that's going to be the 5th match here on tomorrow night. I mean on Tuesday night. So I think we're going to get the speed championship decided on between.
So Zarya wins, Soul loses.
Oh.
And then we start the feud for the speed title with Soul and running the speed title thing to take her title, Zarya.
Yeah.
I'm down with that. Let's go.
Yeah, no. Time for some nice little quarrels between friends. You know, they were good for a while, but yeah, now they need to battle again. So, and then here's one I'm really interested in. I put this last. It's our AAA Mixed Tag Team Championship. Ethan Page and Chelsea Green versus Thea Hale and Joe Hendry.
Well, for one, Ethan and Chelsea need to stay together and win this because this is a beautiful match made in heaven type character duo that we have not seen in a long time, and I'm super excited. And I'm actually pumped with the mixed gender tag team titles because like how Thea and Joe Hendry got together and now are doing the team thing with it. That's how I thought about the him and her thing with Kalani Jordan and Carmella Hayes. Like that's another great tag team. And I actually miss the mixed match challenge. So I'm all for this. I'm pumped to see this back in WWE in some form and fashion.
Like I said, I'm a fan of the mixed tag teams as well. But as far as you're keeping the rules where it's men versus men and women versus women.
Yeah.
You know.
Although Chelsea Green can fight men pretty well. Go ask Penta.
Oh, yeah. In her lucha days, yes. I understand that very well. So.
Go Team Canada.
All the way. Team Canada.
I don't know. I mean, I'm a fan of all 4.
I'm sorry, I'm not believing this today.
Oh,
whatever Joe Hendry is going to do, he's going to cheat to do it. That's all I'm saying. No,
I'm not buying it.
No. you can't put him up against the greatest smile in professional wrestling, Ethan Page, dude. You can't do it.
Yeah, very well.
You can't.
There's an ego section for a reason, damn it.
bro. So when I was getting my hair done, I was going through and showing her. She's like, "What kind of wrestler? Who have you all met?" And then I'm going through my camera log, and it's like Ethan and me, Ethan and me, Ethan and Amy, Ethan, Alexander and me, Ethan, me and you. Like, because Austin and I had a picture of me. I have like 9 photos of me with Ethan, and I paid for everyone. Like, Ethan's the bomb. Ethan's the dude. Ethan's the girl. Like, yeah, ego section all day.
Yeah. It's at that time we got him to break when we started chanting that. That was great.
Yeah, I can't wait to go to a WWE event eventually down the line, and I'm gonna yell it again. I will yell ego section. Like, 100 dude's awesome.
Well, you may get your chance. They are coming back to SmackDown's coming back to the St. Louis area back on April 3rd, though.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a while.
but I'm gonna try to convince mommy to want to go up to Chicago for Elimination Chamber potentially.
Ooh, yeah. Let me know how those ticket prices are.
Well, if it's reasonable for a top seat, I don't care. I want to go see Elimination Chamber live. That'd be sick.
I'll be hunting game time like about 2 minutes before, like 2 minutes before the gate opens. See what they get.
Yeah, that'd be sick, dude.
Yeah, I know. I ain't gonna pay no $400 for nosebleed seats at that. No,
If it's that much, I'm not gonna go. But SmackDown can't be that good either, bro.
Yeah, not the, I think I heard right now that the thing like to get in the doors like about, I don't know, at least $150, maybe $200. That's
For
what I heard.
nosebleeds?
Yeah, I that's what I heard, but that could be speculation too.
That's crazy because when we went to see the Royal Rumble in St. Louis this last time when Brock and Ronda won them, right? I think our tickets in the nosebleed were $40.
Oh, well, I don't know. Well, they just
start off
released
high
those
as hell.
tickets. They released those tickets on Friday. Let me see if they have them on here. Actually, no, they don't. Well,
Hell, it might start off high as hell, and then they realize nobody wants to pay that, then they'll drop them.
It's not Obama's fault. Idiot.
Yeah, I'm just interested to see what tickets are right now for tomorrow night. So,
Are you looking?
yeah, I'm actually looking right now. Let's see. On the floor right now is about like $1,900 for like second row on the floor. That's not even ringside. No, it is ringside. It's second row ringside. So my bad. Yeah, then like the off section on the floor is like $640 for a ticket. I think like
December 5th, December 5th, SmackDown in Austin, Texas. Floor seats are looking at like $200.
It's the whole Cena thing.
That could have been someone doing some type of freaking.
I'm on StubHub. That's who I go through.
Take account into Cena's last Raw.
Oh, good point. Yeah, never mind. I forgot about that.
Just like the damn Saturday night's main event.
Yeah.
So it's the tickets are priced different specifically because Cena? Makes sense, I guess. Makes sense, I guess. That's wild.
No request. Yeah. Okay, sure, buddy. Let's see. Okay, so now we're gonna get into. I want to talk about this. The reason I wanted to talk about AEW for Dynamite this past week, which I will say, yeah, right. Okay. Because this is the matches on Dynamite this week. This was AEW's Blood and Guts, which I found kind of ironic how this match was, what it was, and you said before they did not go. They had 2 rings this past week. You thought it was just 1.
Yeah, let me look this up real quick.
Yeah.
Last time I remember, it had 2.
I'm pretty sure the first one was a one ring.
Yeah. So I did. I mean, I will tell you this: that the women really, really tore it up,
Yeah.
and
Did you see how those
well,
little shits climbed out the
except
side
for
of the
one.
cage?
Say what now?
You see how like the little small skinny ones was able to climb through the cage to go to the outside? There's
Oh,
like a
like
little
Rio?
small asshole. Yeah. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah. She's
damn.
tiny, bro.
Was Rio
She's
in?
like a dart.
It was Julia Hart
Sky Blue?
in Sky Blue that did it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Maybe
man.
maybe I was wrong. I thought it was one cage at one time. Like one of them was a one cager.
No,
But
I
do you
always remember too. I mean, I never watched any of them because they were on pay per view, but
No, they
I
weren't.
always remember two.
They've always been on Dynamite.
Yeah, they've always
I
been
thought
on
they had.
Diamond ID.
Yeah,
Oh, I
they've
thought
always
they
been
were on
on
pay per view.
Dynamite.
Yeah.
They've gave it out for free because Ruby was like, I don't understand why they would put that on free TV, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
because this match here, this is basically their version of War Games, because there is a roof on top. Now, I kind of find it interesting how they had the doors because they had like these special steps to go up, and these you still had to step like over like the bar. And it was not an easy entrance on that, and how you can get in and out of this cage, which is kind of funny,
Hmm.
but it is what it is. But these women tore it up. I mean, Sky Blue was a bloody mess. I don't know. The one had the least work in was Mercedes, which I'm not surprised on
dude,
this.
I was you didn't like it. You said something about how goofy it was, but I thoroughly enjoyed the fact that she went out and got everybody a championship title to hit all the women with, and then those women were beating the Megan Bain.
Yeah.
Literally, the photo you have up now, Megan Bain is a witch for how hard she was hitting her with that dang title, dude. She was just like whack. I was like, oh shit.
Nah, she's badass, bro.
I'm not saying that I liked it. I'm not mad. The whole match was good. Tony killed it. They were amazing.
Yeah.
I did like how they did the finish, like basically holding Tony down, watching her teammate
Yeah,
get beat
watch
to hell,
beat
and
up
she finally had to
Nina.
give up. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Monsieur,
so she surrendered.
Oh, then how they were walking on glass and then kicking her with it.
She was she like stuck her foot in the glass and got it stuck and then kicked her foot in the face. Like that chick's crazy, dude. I really enjoyed it.
Oh man, yeah, no, I thoroughly enjoyed this too. I mean, a lot. There's a good number of women I'm big fans of, especially Harley Cameron. I love me some Harley.
Yep.
All day, every day. So,
All day.
Yeah, and Megan Bain. I'll tell you what, Megan Bain is nothing to mess with.
No. Every woman in there, not you, Mercedes, did amazing. The only thing I liked Mercedes did was she went and got all her tag team titles, and everybody's hitting people with her titles. It was over the top for me, and I loved it.
Yeah. Yeah, she came out there with the less scars, if she gotten any at all. So she might have chipped the nail grabbing the belt. Who knows?
She went through a table.
Yeah. Oh, good. She deserves
Of the
it.
night.
She deserves it.
We're fans of her here, guys. I
yeah.
promise.
I'm not bitter. Let's see.
What was it, the last man standing?
It was Hangman versus
This right here, man. This was wild.
not Wardlow, Will Hobbs.
Powerhouse Hobbs was the one who went through this, through the electric table. At least it wasn't an electric chair, but you know.
So before that, when they were on the announce table, did you see how he got his leg caught?
No.
That could have been really bad.
Yeah.
Because right there, between the drop off of the announce table, he got his leg and went straight down.
Oh,
and he turned. He got lucky as hell with that.
This match was awesome, but I'm a huge fan of both guys. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hobbs is the bomb, dude. He's one of the reasons I tune into him and Wardlow, but now Wardlow's part of the Don Gallows family, and that's ridiculous. But whatever.
Yeah, you know, they're
And they're
they're,
45
they're going to
members.
try to outgrow the NWO. I'm telling you. You know, that's their mission. But no, but this is a false count anywhere non-title match. for
Correct.
this.
Because at what's the next pay per view? Full Gear. Him and Samoa Joe go after it.
Yeah.
So Hobbs was protecting the ops.
Yeah.
Well, hell, next week he faces the other member.
Does he? I didn't know that.
I saw
Shibata?
it. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's on Dynamite or Collision, but I saw that announced.
I tried to get Collision in today, but I didn't have time.
Oh no. And, you know, it's crazy too, because I was like looking through their X account. Man, they post AEW's account, they post nuts they make like so many posts. I was like scrolling for like, I don't know, at least a minute or two, and they were still doing stuff for like collision. I'm like, God, I can't get to the ones on Dynamite. Like, God, is Tony doing all of this bored off his mind? I mean, God, somebody, it was atrocious. The
Well, he never sleeps. We all know
how I had
that.
to try to get it. But no, this is a really good match too, and I'm glad that there wasn't really no bad accidents here. But look at this last one for the men's.
Oh my God!
Oh man, Kyle O'Reilly getting the ankle lock on the submission on
Right in the glass.
Moxley.
Yeah, right in the glass, just tapping.
Yeah, he's tapping right in the broken glass, which it's Mox. It doesn't surprise me. He's a CZW original through and through. So, you know, it's not going to bother Mox to put his hand in glass. But what a great match this was too, with getting the Death Riders taking in defeat in this one. So,
You know, I think there was more blood in the girls' match than there was in this match.
yeah, there was a little bit more in the girls. Yeah, but no, these guys have put it out here too. And
I don't know. Kyle O'Reilly bled for everybody pretty much.
yeah,
Sky
but
Blue, did you see her?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Sky was. Yeah, she had a crimson mask, bro, all across her face. It was bad. But no, they. That's what I'm saying. I guess the money's that good to put it on TV. You know, I forgot where they were at this past week in Dynamite, but like I said, this is something like this. I mean, to put on, they should put this on pay-per-view. In my opinion, you know, and cut your pay-per-views down to 4 hours total, please. We don't want to be watching like half the day in your pay-per-view because you want to book all these matches and you got 100 people on your roster that you need to have matches for. That's stupid.
I hate it when WWE did that for WrestleMania. I'm saying like Sunday night, I got to be up early next morning for work. I'm like, come on.
But WrestleMania though at one point was about like 3.5, 4 hours, but it kept moving though, and there was a lot. So there's a lot more wrestling back then.
No, WWE's pay-per-views got really long and boring there for a long time. I have to agree with Austin on that
and
one.
They still are when they do these two-parters. This two-parter SummerSlam.
Yeah, but the time is cut down. It's not like they're trying to put all into one, though.
Fooled me.
It's over by 9 o'clock.
WrestleMania was like 4.5 hours, like on each night.
The Survivor Series was like 5 hours or something like that with post and pre-show, and then the event itself.
Well, I mean, hell, no one's putting a gun to your head and saying watch the pre-show though.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, I mean, but there's nothing on the pre-show though. If you're lucky to get one match, but AEW does like a 0 hour for just about everything they freaking do for pay-per-views, and then they go into 4 hours for a pay-per-view. Granted, yes, I understand they only have like maybe 4 or 5 pay-per-views a year. I get it. But for crying out loud in the rainstorm when no one's hearing me, stop booking a long pay-per-view night. People got to work in the morning. Even
And
me.
don't do the pyro during the middle of a match.
Don't sneeze.
I know. I still can't get over when they play that clip of Bam Bam going into like second hour of Nitro and he's like in the middle of wrestling and he's that was great. I was like, this is some stupid shit. But no, Death Rider's taking the loss, and that's So the conglomeration, Darby Allin and Roderick Strong, all the victory with that. So
Roderick Strong. I wish I would take that fig up.
yeah, I'm gonna try and see if I can get Collision in at some point before I watch Dynamite and kind of see what that was. I mean, you sent me that one clip like at 3:15 in the morning this morning.
My bad.
And I didn't read it till I got up. I'm like, man, that's a good thing. My phone reaches a certain time in the evening when like, okay, the shit stops here until you get up.
Yeah, mine does the same thing.
Yeah.
But I'm
like,
usually up.
My phone, like my phone, if you plug it in, like turn it on its side or whatever, it's like looks like an actual alarm clock or whatever, like one of them old clocks, and then you can't hear anything that goes off.
Yep.
Like you get like a damn phone call or something. Yep.
You know me. But
you ain't fucking with my sleep.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, though, I am going to
see the categories.
I don't know why he's being like this today.
He said, "I want to be on TV."
Yeah. We're gonna we may get the turning point in just a little bit, but I advertise this because I really want to get this out. I think this is kind of a good thing to go over with, and I know we're kind of deep into our show, and we know that, like I said, we got a lot to go through. We're not going to get through it all. So, but I wanted to kind of get through what we could. So our segment here that we're going to be looking into, and we're going to be turning this off for the moment. But this is our first part. This week is our first night, our first part. Its the title was WWE Their Best Move, and basically, we're going to be pointing out some, very notable wrestlers or superstars that had careers in WWE and other major promotions, and to see if WWE had their best treatment, if they're going to WWE was a good move for them to help them in their wrestling careers or whatever the case may be. So that's basically what we got there. So with that, I will pull up our first one. And our first one of the night that we're going to focus on is this guy right here. Your father figure, Christian Cage. So,
yeah.
How good was WWE for Christian Cage? And I'll tell you what, I mean, I'll just take the ball with this. And like I said, I think WWE was best on their move to get bookings elsewhere because he's had a long storied career. He had local territory experience up in Canada before he came down. And then of course he just ventured off from WWE from there. So I think I want to go to Austin on this one. Do you think his careers outside of WWE were better than what he was given in WWE itself?
I mean, honestly, in WWE, he was just a tag team guy with Edge, obviously. But I think when he went to TNA, that's when everything blew up for him, and he became a real solo star because him and TNA was gold. That's when we actually got to see him become an asshole, which was good on TV. I mean, even though right now he's a bigger asshole, but still, we wouldn't have saw all that come out in WWE, I don't think. So I think him going to TNA and going outside WWE was good for him. Way better.
I mean, nothing says like pimp like a sleeveless dickie or like a turtleneck. What he's got there, so
Right. Dad bod.
I love. Um, what do you think he? So Z, what do you think? As far as his career in WWE, where do you think he kind of picked up on the most to help him progress further and to gain more success outside of it in his later years in his career?
So we're talking Teenage Zach's favorite tag team of all time. One of the members, even. So for me, it doesn't matter what company you put Christian Cage in or Christian, he's going to make himself a star. Even his stuff that the whole one more match stuff, people don't understand how good that was with him and Randy and him doing the one more match stuff. His best character for me is the father figure now. But before the father figure, as much as I loved everything he did in TNA and him bullying AJ Styles, he had Tomko as his bodyguard, all kinds of stuff, like great stuff, right? The crybaby gimmick was my favorite thing that he did in WWE. Like, so once again, too, I don't necessarily always have to be in the main event. The guys in the mid card guys were always some of my favorite wrestlers. Christian Cage was that dude. He eventually got to the heavyweight title world, but only in the on the old gold belt, right? ECW too. I think he won that, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the new ECW,
The new ECW title. But it's no lie. It's been stated more than once on more than one podcast that Christian Cage never got the proper push in WWE for one thing. Vince McMahon didn't like his face. That's literally the thing. It was go watch it. Christian Cage says it, and so did Edge. They both said that Vince pitched an idea that when Christian Cage would come out, it would blur his face only during the match, and that was going to be his thing.
Wow.
So when it comes to
crazy.
right, I mean, no, not gonna lie, I think that gimmick could be really cool to a degree. But for like a mid card thing, right? But
Yeah.
when it came to being a main event player and really getting to see Christian shine for what we the fans have always appreciated of him, 100% outside of WWE was the better thing for him. This whole father gimmick in 2025, 2024, 2023, right, that he's been doing, like, who thought that he would have something this good in his sleeve and get something over so wild as this, I'm the greatest father to ever exist.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Christian's a GOAT. He is GOATed 100%.
Yeah. So
But outside of WWE.
yeah. So obviously I think they're I mean, getting his start, I mean, getting his feet wet and then going other places, you know. Obviously, when he debuted in TNA in 2005, having his run as NWA's World Heavyweight Champion, and then staying there for like a good long time, and then coming back to WWE, and then eventually, well, I'll tell you um, what I like though, and I have to look if it's even on Peacock or whatever, but I really missed the Edge and Christian show that they did. Like the originals they had on the network. Those those two were funny as hell. I love the Edge and Christian show. So uh that's just kind of I mean, but as far as like because there's so many things that he's played out when it comes to either like I guess like gimmick shows or anything else he's done outside the ring, you know. But I do really do like uh the gimmick he has right now in AEW. So
Yeah,
uh,
it's funny you mentioned the Edge and Christian show because I would listen to random podcasts at work and I was listening to one of Austin's old episodes and he had both of them on there, Edge and Christian. They were talking about that.
that's funny. No, but I loved it though. So um so moving on. Here's the second one we're gonna talk about, and it's actually gonna be a tag team. and we're going to talk about a month ago or so. Recently retired, these guys are, but we are going to be talking about the Dudley Boys. And Dudley's Boys were discovered in ECW, the original ECW. They actually made it out of ECW before they even went bankrupt, or they shut down operations, whatever the case may be. They were out in '99, getting that rub in WWF. So, uh, they're I think it was probably to me, I think their best move to get to WWE was to survive and to keep working to get notoriety, because I think them making their TNA runs, or even runs overseas, because I don't think they really were anywhere else besides ECW at that time. And then when when they were getting their working agreement, because I think in '97 though they did have somewhat of a working agreement though. Whenever they were coming up on Raw, you remember when Paul Lee was still coming in, kind of feuding with Lawler,
Right.
and and then they would go over to ECW, appear on their pay per views and what have not. So they, like I said, I think, like I said, at that point, they weren't going anywhere else with the whole Dudley boy, with the Dudley family, and but I think their move, that was definitely best for them, because then when of course they were done there, they got runs everywhere else. So, um, your thoughts on the Dudleys, Z, as far as their success with WWE?
So I think they had success in other places. Like, I mean, they were IWGP champions at one time. They've held probably more tag team titles than almost any other tag team out there when it comes to longevity as a tag team.
Yeah.
But we really didn't get to see either one of them really spread their wings until TNA, when doing the solo stuff. But I have to agree. I think everything that they did in WWE still kind of, in some degrees, except for the ECW stuff, like outshines most to everything else. So I think WWE was the best solution for the Dudley Boys.
Austin Cage, we also want to think about when they also were in TNA as well. Remember, Bully or Bubba or Bully Ray had his own singles run, and then we had Devon with his involvement in Aces and in Eights too.
He had a nice single run too with the Legends title, or whatever they call it.
Yeah, well, Booker had to bring that in.
Yeah. His own $1 million title.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Tell
yeah.
me he didn't just say that.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Austin. Tell us what you say.
I think that like WWE was the best for them as a whole. I think TNA did help, which it was nice to see them seem like they were doing something different compared to what they were doing in WWE. But I think overall it was WWE. I mean, like, underrated like hell was Reverend Devon. That does not get enough credit.
Facts.
That was really their first split in WWE. Because obviously with the draft going on at that time in 2002, and they got separated. Bubba had to go and do his singles run on Raw, and then we had Devon bringing the church down on SmackDown with Deacon Batista. And
yeah, dude, that could have been so amazing, but it just didn't go anywhere. Reverend Devon was the bomb. I dug Reverend Devon 100%.
Dude, when he told me not he told me, but like when I was listening to a podcast that he was on, and he said that the money that he collected from people that paid for their gas and food that night, whoever he was riding with,
bought food and gas.
I mean, I don't blame him. I would have done the same damn thing.
Yeah, they really passed around an offering plate in the audience.
Oh, Batista had it chained to his neck, bro, and he the box, the collection box. Yeah, dude.
Yeah. And then he would just hand it out to the first row of the crowd. They would just go down and just put money in.
It was awesome. Like, and to think when like how cool if that gimmick could have really taken off for Devon. And then when fast forward now to when the New Day came in, what if Reverend Devon would have been the the one that was like counseling to the New Day, who were supposed to be a church like it was supposed to be like a church thing at first. Like that was the first concept of it. So
we're like Big E, Xavier, and Kofi, like Big E and Xavier. They were like in like white suits or something.
Yeah, they're going to do like a gospel reverend type thing, and then it changed into what the New Day is now. But how cool would it have been if they were like cutting a promo and then like Reverend Devon shows up? Dude, Reverend Devon is underrated 100%. I know people get like Bully Ray is what made Bubba cool. Like, not that Bubba wasn't cool prior, but like his bully character in TNA really let him shine. But if Reverend Devon could have gotten the rockets that it deserved and probably a little bit more time to like showcase what it was, I think Devon would have been the better of the two in all. And that's no disrespect to Bubba by any means, because I think Bubba is one of the greatest minds in the business today when it comes to like listening to Busted Open Radio and all that kind of stuff. One of my favorite people to listen to. But yeah, Reverend Devon low key is one of my favorite things that didn't get more time.
Yeah. Even Bruce Pritchard loved it. He was
dude, it was so... Go ahead.
He's like, damn it, I wish they would have kept that. That was the greatest idea I ever came up with, and Vince shot it down after so long.
Yeah, and the best thing about it is Devon at first, he was never a reverend. He's a pastor now. So like it came full circle, but real life type thing. It was pretty cool.
It's funny.
I'm so happy I got my autographed Devon fig upstairs.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right, from this past year.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Here's our next one, guys. This one's going to have some. We may have a debate on this one. Andrade. I'm gonna call him the Rubber Band Man because you know he was in WWE at first, working with NXT. Then they dropped him. He went to AEW. Got sick of AEW. He came back. He had a short little run. Then they freaking let him go again. And then he shows up on AEW and finds out that he's got a non-complete peak clause, so he can't be on AEW's TV. And I forgot when the date was. Yeah, but he's still under contract with AEW. He just can't appear on TV yet, apparently. So
this man's the best at getting paid without doing anything.
Do you work? Yes. Here's my boots. Okay, here's some money.
So for me, his work in WWE was amazing, and he never really got the first run. He never got the shine in AEW the first time around. Now he's really not getting the shine because he can't work. But I still prefer his when he was masked in CMLL and AAA and stuff.
Oh, right.
So for me, WWE never. I mean, his NXT work is a thing of beauty, a thing of greatness.
And Zelina.
Oh yeah, so like that whole work was amazing.
Yeah, I love that. They were good together in NXT.
But I still like when I think of him, I still think of him under the mask as, God dang it, now I forgot what was his mask luchador name. But I like that still. I like him doing that. I liked when he was doing this stuff in AAA for a little bit recently. So I'm gonna have to say maybe outside. See, it's hard because the NXT stuff was spectacular. It was just too good with Zelina.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to listen to you guys now. I'm not gonna say anything yet.
I go for NXT because that was just. Let's go with this. I made sure I didn't. I took the dogs out and I took a piss before his shit came on because I wasn't missing it. The matches, the heat that Zelina would get, on the out from the outside as a whole, it was just great. I'm gonna go with NXT. I mean, it's still WWE, but NXT because his stuff on the main roster was good, but it wasn't as good as it was on NXT.
Yeah. I'm kind of on the bandwagon with the black and gold. NXT was his best work with him with Selena having that short title reign. Had defeated Drew, which apparently I think Drew got injured on
Right.
that
Hmm.
match they had, and I think it got changed because everybody was doing. They didn't think when Drew had the title and he was facing them that he would go over, and everybody half the crowd's doing the surrender cobra because they're like, what? Because they didn't think that Andrade was going to go over, and he continued to shine.
Yeah, he just continued to produce match after match.
Right when he had the championship, and like I said, his best work
Was
from
it
that, and
was it Champa or Gargano that took it off? No, it was Cole, right?
Yeah, it was Cole.
Yeah, it was
yeah, it
Cole.
was Adam Cole that took it off of him. Yeah, um, but no, I really think that was his best work here. I I really didn't. I don't know. There was something about the way he presented himself. I liked Andrade Cien Almas. That's what I liked. That's what I liked.
Yeah, when he had the mask, the way he
Right.
presented himself in AEW though was super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a toss up for me. His work's blended so well to where he's never been like the guy either place he's gone to a degree. I mean, he was in Mexico when he was down there.
I think he was married to Charlotte Flair,
Okay,
and probably got him his foot in the door to tag with Ric Flair in his last match 3 years ago. So, which by the way, also as a side note, I'm gonna pull this up here. Our good buddy Isaac on a We Talk Wrestling posted this morning, but apparently as of yesterday, one of the NWA originals, original broadcasting team, Bob Cottle, who's mainly through Mid Atlantic and also through World Championship Wrestling and all the NWA syndicates. Uh, Unfortunately, passed away yesterday, but he lived a nice full life. He was 95 years old.
Oh shit!
He was actually they did it. He was actually cut. Um, he actually cut on an intro and an outro for Ric Flair's last match, and that was 3 years ago. So the man was like 92, still trying to do
nice.
like so. I mean, and the guy was phenomenal. He was
I saw that Dr. Drew posted about it on his social. So
yeah. But no, I remember watching Bob Caudle too. Sometimes he would even be at the like the Clash of the Champions or even with the World Championship Wrestling or like any of like the Worldwide Wrestling show they had. And there's a other couple syndications they had that they put out too with matches and but he was definitely there. He was originally from Mid Atlantic territory and yeah. So unfortunately we had lost him, but he definitely put his time into the business, and so but Godspeed to him. But yeah, I mean, I honestly I think the WWE brand obviously because let's be honest though, with Andrade, he's not had. I mean, so he was in CMML, right?
mm-hmm.
Um, and we haven't seen him work much in AEW yet. So
Well, at least the second round.
yeah, round two. It's like
It wasn't even a 7-day free trial.
no, his VPN failed him.
Oh shoot. Well, we've got a few more here for you guys. I know that we're going to be having some good banter with this one. Right here.
Well, this
Tony
is easy.
Storm.
Outside
No.
of WWE.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she did some decent work in WWE, but right now AEW is her best best work. She's gotten to be more creative with this character, this gimmick. Um, she has gotten a little raunchy with it, but I guess that's
Tits
the way her
out.
gimmick is. You know, she has, but I mean, if you she couldn't get by with what she's doing in AEW. What?
I mean, she she tasted Mercedes Monet. Let's just put it that
Oh!
Yeah, she could have had better choices.
That was not one of her best highlights. No,
she's been a phenomenal in-ring talent from even the UK time. But like my problem with her in WWE, and this was always my problem, is I never understood what the character was, who she was trying to be, what she was trying to be. Like it just seemed like another like cookie cutter, like I'm a punk rocker kind of thing, and it just wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't hitting for me.
Draw your gimmick out of a hat.
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't hitting for me. I knew she was talented in the ring, but due to the lack of character development in NXT UK and NXT and WWE, and I just didn't get behind her. It wasn't until she was able to have that freedom to be that raunchy self, to be that throwback to a fabulous Mueller, like because she's that throwback female in the industry right now, giving us that old time wrestler, and it's awesome. It's amazing to watch. She is true main event talent. Like, period. I would watch a Tony Storm segment before anything. Like that's how good she's gotten, and she's won me over as a fan. She is one hell of a talent, that's for sure. And I believe tits out. Let's go. It's the wrong place for her. You're not doing that to her. Maybe to the other end, but like not.
Yeah. No.
Tony's the bomb. I actually too. I like how Blake Monroe, when she was in AEW and they had their feud, and like she was trying to play off and be the Tony Storm then, and now if you look at the character and how Tony's broken, and Mercedes Monet, I have her in my head. Blake Monroe is like talking to herself. It's still kind of like their two gimmicks are intertwined, but in two different universes, which makes it for even more compelling story with the bigger overscope of what professional wrestling is and how much wrestling is out there to a degree, right?
Yep. Any thoughts or opinions on Tony Storm's success for you, Austin?
I mean, I agree that it's AEW all day because, like he said, you can't. They didn't let her express herself like they do now, and it's way better to watch. I mean, I liked her in the UK tournaments or whatever; she was really good there. But watching her gimmick and everything in WWE was just like, all right, can we get the match started?
Yeah, you wanted to go right to the match, and then they didn't even highlight the match.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah. AEW.
Yeah. I have to be more in tune with AEW to see a lot of what she's doing.
Bro, go back. You need to go back and watch anything Tony Storm has been doing in the last 3 years, because it's been one of the only reasons that I've like stayed consistent with AEW. She's the reason. Her, MJF, Wardlow, those were the guys that I was like, yeah, okay, I'm here for this. Like, if this is what we're gonna get for an alternative to WWE, I'm here for this. And because it was character development, it was storytelling, the matches were on point. So yeah, Tony does no wrong in AEW for me.
All right, let's go to our next one here. Another retired legendary, should I say, icon with us. So Sting. What did WWE really do for Sting besides just put him in the Hall of Fame?
Not a damn thing.
It took him forever. He was all WCW through and through, and then finally gets a call in 2014, shows up at the Survivor Series in St. Louis at that point to throw off the Authority. Has a very short I mean, he only had like maybe 2 or 3 big matches.
And one of them's Triple H burying him.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, buried him at WrestleMania. Like, oh,
I mean,
DX
hell,
versus NWO, let's go.
I mean, my favorite thing when he was in WWE was like when he faced Seth Rollins and they were revealing that statue, and then he was inside that little
that was
container thing. That was cool, but
I feel like if he wouldn't have got hurt, we probably would have got more out of him in WWE.
yeah, they just don't take that chance of something else.
Yeah, because Vince is one of those guys. Once one of the older guys gets hurt that comes in to help and do stuff, he puts it. That we can't do that now. Too much of a liability. Where in AEW, where in TNA, even WCW. I mean, no matter what, WWE could never do what WCW did for Sting. First and foremost, it didn't matter how long. Yeah. No, dude. The Joker Sting's one of my favorites.
That's what I'm saying. I enjoyed the TNA shit more than anything.
His TNA run is in some degrees underrated.
Yeah,
in a lot of ways.
Because it wasn't big of a platform, so as WCW or WWE, so a lot of people didn't see it.
Yeah, because even like the Main Event Mafia stuff was the shit that Sting was doing. He was wearing the sunglasses at the time. He wasn't painting his face. Like, that stuff was cool. So, yeah, it's outside of WWE for me. Sting, WWE did nothing for Sting. Sting did everything for WCW or WWE in a degree. And the fact that in AEW, this man was jumping off freaking balconies. It's like, what?
At 60 years old?
60 years old? Like, that's legendary, dude. maybe his gimmick of no selling was not a lie. Like, maybe that dude is indestructible.
Shoot. And then we got one more here for you. It's one of a personal choice, I believe, between all of us here. And that is
WWE.
It's our Canadian hero, Ethan Page, in there with the best smile, and current North American champion, AAA mixed tag team champion. And what he got featured on, or he was seen on SmackDown, right?
When Chelsea won the title.
Yeah.
Chelsea won the United States Championship. Yeah. So they're both double champions right now, and it's pretty cool.
Dude, so, I said it the first day I met Ethan at that Belclair Fairgrounds when we went to go see. I went to go see Penta and Ray Phoenix. I didn't care about anyone else on the card. I didn't care about the card. I just wanted to see Penta and Ray Phoenix. And then I met this bald goof down here, and he's like, "Oh, you're gonna be enjoying the show. Get ready to see Ethan Page. You're gonna blow your mind." And we're sitting there all together having a good old time. Ethan then has to sweep the ring or something. Something happened where they're like messed up, and he's just bad mouthing the stuff. And I'm like,
they had
dude,
a hardcore match before that. They had to clean it up.
and like some of the stuff wasn't cleaned up all the way. And so Ethan got the broom and did it right. He's like, I got to do everything. Like, I just knew then the dude was a star. And the way the match went on, the way he performed in the ring, like you could tell then. And AJ Roberts from We Talk Wrestling and I were driving back home from Belclair, and we're like, dude, that dude should be in WWE tomorrow. Like, Ethan Page should be in WWE now. Like, 100%. We were ready for him to go then. So he's right where I thought he should be. When he signed with AEW, I was hopeful of something, but they never truly
unlocked. Shit with him.
No, they did. No, you can't say that. Man of the Year was a great group. Him and Sky. Yeah. So Scorpion Sky, you can't. No. Those two together.
No, I'm talking to the dog. Sorry.
No, I know. But you said they didn't do shit with him. AEW did. AEW did something. He got lost in the shuffle of that bloated roster. Is what happened. If Tony would have had ROH when Ethan was in AEW, Ethan could have easily moved into ROH for a little bit, helped build that brand up new again and been the face of ROH, it would have been awesome. But that's not what happened. Ethan ended up making the jump and coming to NXT instead. And look at him. The dude is a shining star. Like he oozes talent. He has more charisma than the majority of the rosters, period, have. Ethan's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Ego section.
So, yes, WWE all the way, because that's where he belonged the whole time, in my opinion. And he's going to keep wowing people, from what I think is going to happen.
I need that new shirt that him and Chelsea Green got
100%.
together.
Yes.
I need that shirt.
Yeah. I mean, I always liked a certain guy with factions. I would love to see them two work together, and we all know who potentially that is, and it's 100% that I am a Miz mark, but him and Miz together could be pure money on screen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is for certain. Ethan Page, it took me a while just to kind of appreciate what his in-ring work is, and he's just knocking it out of the park. I potentially see him. I see a main roster move in 2026. I see a main roster move.
Oh, dude, he's the future. He's the future of the business.
I just think the guy's been in 18, 19 years now.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Pure talent. Pure talent. I cannot praise Ethan Page any. I mean, I could sit here and praise Ethan Page all day.
Yeah. Well.
You don't have time for that.
Well, I'll tell you, that was our first. Yeah. So we brought you six individuals or careers that had, notable careers in WWE. What I'm going to do here is I'm just going to run down a turning point here from this point, and I'm going to jump because I know it's getting late, and we probably ought to just So pre-show, Jake Something defeating the hometown man and Mance Warner. And then we had M by Elegance challenging Kalani Jordan for the Knockouts World Championship, where Kalani went over. Then we had the potato head himself, AJ Francis, defeating the internet sensation of BDE. Indy Hartwell and Danny Luna tore it up, though.
That was an awesome match.
Yeah, the no disqualifications match. Indy getting back on track with that. In the world Knockouts World Tag Team Championship, the Inspiration holding on to the belts over the Angel Warriors, and then Amelia Moore substituting for Tessa Blanchard and teaming with Victoria Crawford in that.
Mm-hmm.
And that was
a good match too, actually.
That was a very good match. Looks like Mustafa and the Great Hands
Order
4. They defeated Cedric Alexander and the Hardys. Then we had the Rascals over the System with Desmond. What was his last name again?
I don't know. Wesley's back in Rascals.
Yeah.
Desmond Alex.
We'll just stick to Wesley.
Xavier. Desmond Xavier. There you go.
We'll still call him Wesley.
Yeah.
I like that name a whole lot more.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a lot easier to remember.
Yeah, Desmond Xavier. I was like, boy, that sounds like a upscale neighborhood name, but it's just it's just my way of thinking, I guess. Leon Slater defeating Rich Swann, holding on to the X Division Championship. The main event. Let's talk about before the main event though. Why Mike Santana was bum rushed by the NXT roster. Frankie Kazarian cashing in his Collier Shock money in the Call Your Shot Gauntlet chance and winning the TNA World Championship. So Frankie, of course, was the world champion going into Turning Point, but he teamed with Nick Nemeth, who was the also the co-holder of the Call Your Shot. So Mike Santana and Steve Macklin got the victory, and I think it was Santana pinning Frankie in that. But then Nick Nemeth thought about trying to cash in on his shot, and then NXT bum rushed the locker room again. So, and this is before Frankie got attacked, but they were attacking Mike Santana, of course, and Frankie was just hoping that they weren't going to they weren't going to be touching him at all, but they ended up getting a hold of him. So, uh, do we see any type of potential? Could these teams potentially face each other in war games? Like, I'm just confused on where this leads from here, Z.
I'm here for the ride, to be honest with you. I wasn't ready for this. I didn't know what was going on. And one of the things that I pointed at earlier about the Charlotte Flair stuff, also a bunch of these guys that are standing in the ring have all beefed with each other from NXT. So, like, sometimes it doesn't make sense to do, like, I understand the TNA versus NXT thing might be a little bit different, but, like, what's the MO? What? For one, why do we do my dude Mike Santana so dirty? Like,
Right.
what has Mike done to people, man? Mike's an inspiration. He's a magnet of hope for the wrestling world. What did he do? But what is this? What comes from this is the real question. That's what I'm confused with. What answers will we get at Gold Rush? Will we get answers at Gold Rush? Is it going to pursue farther? Do we see something of a Survivor Series War Game happening at Gold Rush 2 or something? Who knows? I'm curious to see where the storyline goes.
Yeah, because apparently the security was supposed to be tight in this building at the Full Sail University, and there's a slip up. So now it's like, kind of wonder if Ava and Santino are going to be getting into it verbally more now that things like this are happening. So it's interesting in a way for that, but they had their group of tapings done yesterday, and so we're going to be seeing new shows for Impact on Thursday nights, and kind of see where they go from there. So, but yeah, you saw it though. I mean, like I said, it was probably on average pay-per-view. I'm gonna imagine.
It was a C for me, bro.
Yeah, nothing really too nothing too fantastic on that. So,
I mean,
Austin, did you get a
watched
chance to watch this at all?
Uh-uh.
No.
Yeah, I'm not mad that I watched it.
Yeah, like I said, there's just a lot to catch up with on this week, and we're pushing our limits as it is right now, and I think this is about as much time as we're going to be able to give this particular segment here. So, but I do want to point out though that I got a little surprise for you guys. I did a little something here. Yeah. Because we're gonna let you know we will be back next week for
Nice.
was WWE Their Best Move Part 2. So this is for next week for episode number 214. We'll recap the first week of Gold Rush, see what's up for the week 2. The Full Gear will be going on at this point. No, actually no, that's Saturday. Full Gear is Saturday. Yeah. And then, of course, we'll see what's cooking for Survivor Series, and who knows? Then who knows what we'll have for the part 2 of the series. So it's a 3-part series, and but no, that's for next week for episode number 214. So just to let you guys know.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what figures you bring in, like what guys, who are we going to talk about?
Oh yeah, we brought up some names, but I wanted to kind of bring out a few. I think that should generate some topics and some talk abouts, and we definitely had that this week for the names that we brought up. So, um, and I know you guys got anything going on. Any busy weekends for you guys? I know I got ACW coming up this Saturday at Cedar Hill, Missouri. So and that's going to be our last show of the year.
My
So,
last show is December 6th, my dude.
oh, that's right, with Violent Nights too.
Violent Nights 2 at Granite City's Oaks Lodge, Granite City, Illinois.
Yep. And what about you, Austin? Anything you got upcoming?
Another day, no, same old. Another week, nothing going on really.
Do something fun with the wife, man. Come on, man, you're newlyweds. Do something a little fun.
Oh, she's got her. I already did that. But I mean, she's got work, and then she's got a softball tournament she's playing in next weekend. So
Oh, there you go. Well, at least she's doing something fun. So,
yeah.
cool. All right, guys. Well, I'll tell you what, man. Like
Oh
I
yeah,
said,
Ruby Detroit lost.
yeah, I saw. Look to the damn Eagles. Ugh.
Yeah.
We're
you
going.
guys look like shit this game.
My Lions are going to crap now. It's like it's getting late in the season now. This is their fault, man. This is what they usually do. They start off hot, and then all of a sudden it's just like they're starting to lose track. They may not even get in the playoffs if they don't turn around, man. So I'm hoping that
We got Kansas this coming week. So
well, Kansas.
Yeah. Chiefs.
Oh, like what the fuck? What are you talking about college ball for? I'm talking pro ball, man. You're throwing me off of this Kansas crap.
You should have been thrown on, dude.
Screw the Chiefs. Did they lose today? Did the Broncos beat
They
them?
did. Field goal.
Broncos did beat them?
Yep.
They won with a field goal again? Are you kidding me? How many times have they done that this year? That's been like at least, 4? Like last-minute field goals?
Yep.
That's nuts. I got to watch the highlights on that. I am going to watch the highlights on that. That is... oh, my God. I'm dying laughing. Oh, well. Sorry, Mahomes. You're not doing so well. Let's see. What was it? Sorry. I'm not... It's... oh, yeah. 22-19. I got to see... I got to take a look at the scoring on that. What was it? Fourth quarter? Oh, okay. It was with 2:06 left to go in the game, and they got the field goal in. Okay, cool. Well, tell you what, man. I'm telling you what, the Broncos are for real too, man. You got to be on the watch out. Yeah, they went to 9-2, while the good old Chiefs 5-5. So, all right, we're sitting here talking about sports, and we're just raw dogging it here, even though we're getting late into the night. So, I think this is a good time to say goodnight. How about that, guys? It's been a long day for me, and it's been a long. Well, hopefully we can condense this a little bit better down next week. But we appreciate you guys being here. We appreciate you very much, and we thank you for joining us here with episode number 213 of the False Count Everywhere podcast.
Bye, guys.
Until then, I'm Rough Cut Rick Ruby. That's the Gem City Mouse, the Miz. I can't point. That's the Dirty Heel Austin
Right?
Cage.
I mess up too all the time.
We're fingering. So we're walking like an Egyptian, picking each other's noses. Who knows? What? You guys have a good rest of your night. And we'll see you next week for episode number 214. Have a great week. We'll see you then. 9 o'clock Central, Sunday nights, all the time. Tell your friends. Follow, like, subscribe, share. If not, I'm coming to your house. Not really, but, just do it, please. Oh, man.